Happy Wednesday, everybody. Today I'm going to help you with writing your own math riddle. Yesterday we tried solving I'm thinking of a number riddle. It was a little bit tricky, but it's always good to be stretching our brains in math, so I hope you were able to do that. So for writing our own, the first thing we want to think of are some of our math vocabulary. Those are the words that we use in math. So here are some that may be helpful for your own. Let's first talk about what some of the answers are called. Okay, so when we add, what is an answer called? What do we call that answer? We call it the sum. But when we subtract, we use a different word to mean the answer. The difference. Now I know that some of you have been doing a little bit of multiplication already. So if you're wanting to use any multiplication in your riddle, which you certainly don't have to, but for an extra challenge, the answer when we multiply is called the product. Okay, so I just want to give you a quick example. If I have 5 plus 3, for example, we know the answer is 8. This is the sum. If this was a subtraction, then whatever the answer was would be the difference. If this was multiplication, then the answer would be called the product. Okay. Something else, some other words that may be helpful is talking about odd and even numbers. Okay, so just a quick review. If it's an odd number, those are numbers that we cannot evenly share. So, for example, 1. I can't evenly share, well, I can evenly share it, but I have to cut something in half. And so I can't take a whole number and do that. And then if I'm counting by 2s starting at 1, I'm going to get the next odd number, 3. Right? So if I'm sharing 3 cookies with you and myself, I can give you 1, I give myself 1, so we each have 1. But then there's this 1 left over that we would have to cut in half. And because we have to cut it in half, it's odd. So if we just kept going up. So those are the odd numbers. And then, of course, the even ones are when we start at 2 and count by 2s. And that gives us the even numbers. We can also share them evenly without cutting anything in half. So if I have 6 cookies, you can have 3, I can have 3. We have an equal number without cutting anything in half. Okay. So I think that those are some of the words that would be helpful in writing your own what am I problem, or I'm thinking of a number. Okay. So now I'm going to write one and show you just how I would go about doing that. And yesterday's problem was a 3-digit number, but let's start with a 2-digit. And then if you would like to write your own 2-digit problem today, riddle, then write a 2-digit. If you want to challenge yourself, then try doing a 3-digit. All right, but in this example today, I'm just going to show you the 2-digit. So first of all, what I need to think of is a number. So I'm going to say, how about the number 53. So this is the number I'm going to be getting people to try and guess. And you can look back at yesterday's problem to see some of the wording. I think we started with, I'm thinking of a, now because I'm using 2-digit, then I'm going to say of a 2-digit number. So that's my first clue. I could also say something like, I'm thinking of a 2-digit number but greater than 40 but less than 60. I could also do clues like that. So then I'm going to try and think about what I can give as clues for this number. What I notice, I'm going to use the odd and even. I notice that both digits, the tens digit and the ones digit, are both odd. So I'm going to write that. Both of the digits are odd. But that's not quite enough information to help my friends solve this. I need to give some more. Now let me think about using the sum. I'm going to say the sum of the digits is 8. So when you add 5 plus 3, the sum, which if we go back up to the top here, is the answer when we add, the sum is 8. Now that's pretty good, but if they're both odd, which I've told them, and the sum is 8, I have to make sure that it can only be this number. But right now, they could say, oh, your answer is 35, because 35 would have both digits odd. The sum would still be 8, but that's not right. So I need to do something that's going to help them get the digits in the right order. So I could say, it could be as simple as the tens digit is larger than the ones digit, but I'm going to say the tens digit is 2 more than the ones digit. Okay, so the tens digit is 5, the ones digit is 3. 5 is 2 more than 3. I have to add 2 to the 3 to make 5. And now my problem has enough information in it that somebody could do some thinking and figure it out. Okay, now I'm just going to add up in our words of things that we might want to use that could be helpful. We have sum, we have difference, you might want to try product if you're playing around with multiplication. We have odd, even. I've also used the words digit, meaning each number. So that's 2 digits because there's 2 numbers that make up the number 53. And then I can use hundreds if I'm doing a 3-digit, tens, or ones. Okay, so these can also be helpful. So you might want to just make a little note for yourself of some of these words so that you can use some of these words when you create your own problem today. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm looking forward to seeing your problems that you make. I'm going to add a second column to our math Padlet wall, and you'll find the link right next to this video so that you can post your problem if you would like to on the wall. You do not have to. You could even get some help typing it out because that's a lot of words for you to type out if you're wanting to post it. All right, until next time, have a great day.